Welcome. Today we're going to review slope, also known as rise over run. Slope is a ratio that describes the steepness of a line. It compares the vertical change in a line to the horizontal change. The vertical change is called the rise. The horizontal change in the line is called the run. In this example given here, we see this straight line. And what we can do is find points on the line where it crosses the grid marks. In slope, it is the change in the vertical, which is the rise, to the horizontal, which is the run. So we're going to go from, just pick 2 points, doesn't matter which two. And we're going to find the vertical, which is up 2. And then we're going to find the horizontal, which is 1, 2, 3. So the slope for this line is 2 over 3. Now, if I wanted to, I could pick 2 different points. I could pick this point and this point. And I can find my change in my rise in vertical and horizontal values. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my rise was 4. My run is 6. I can simplify this. Both are divisible by 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So it's telling me that my slope is 2/3. There are other ways of looking at slope. If I want to know if it's a positive or negative, 0 or undefined, all I have to do is look how it's drawn. As we read, we naturally look left to right, going across the page. And we're going to use that motion along with the line to determine if it's a positive, negative, 0, or indefinite. So I'm going to do this red one first. And so as I'm coming across left to right and I run into that line and I start following that line up. And you'll notice it's going in an upward motion as you're going left to right. Because it is going up as you're looking left to right, it is a positive slope. If I were to read going across left to right and I'm coming across this green line, I see that it is actually appears to be going down as I go left to right. Because it's going down, it is a negative slope. A 0 or infinite slope, it just moves horizontal only, which means it's just left and right. Okay? So this one is just moving left to right. It's not going up, it's not going down, it's just staying steady going across. An undefined is a vertical only. So if I were to have an undefined slope, let's see this one here. It's vertical only. It's not got a positive slant to it, a negative slant to it. It's just going straight up and down vertically. And so this is an undefined slope. Okay? When they want you to find the slope, they actually want that ratio, that rise over run that we did. So we're going to start with, we're going to start at any point where the line crosses the grid. And so I see that it crosses right here. And there's another one here. And there's several others, but these are the 2 I'm going to pick to start with today. And remember, the letter M stands for slope. And it is the rise over the run. Sometimes rises go up, that's a positive. Sometimes they go down, that's a negative. So in this case, I want to go from this point to this point. So I'm going to go down 2, which is a negative 2. And then I'm going to run 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. And this is a positive. So my slope for this one is going to be -2 over 4. And this can simplify. I can divide both by 2. And I'm going to get a -1/2. With this one, pick any 2 points. Oh, forgot to tell you. Also double checked as you're going left or right. Is the line going up or down? It's going down, so we know that it's negative. So it's a great way to double check to make sure that your answer for your slope is the right integer sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to this one. We picked these 2 places. We're going to do rise over run. We're going to go up 2. Up is positive. We're going to go right 2. That's also positive. So we're going to get 2 over 2, which we know simplifies to 1. So my slope for this line is 1. Sometimes you're given a point and you're given the slope and they want you to draw the line. So we have this grid and they're telling us to draw a line through -1, 2 with a slope of 3/2. So the first thing I do is I'm going to plot my point. And remember that this is my x value and this is my y value. The x values are found on the x-axis and the y are found on the y-axis. So we're going to start with -1. So I'm going to start at 0 and I'm going to go left to -1. And then the y is +2, so I'm going to go up 2 places from there. And so there's my point, -1, 2. It's right there. Now I'm going to use my slope of 3/2. And remember, this is my rise and this is my run. So that means I'm going to go from this point, I'm going to go up 3 and right 2. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to go right 2. 1, 2, and that means that my second point is going to be here. Okay, so I went up 3, rise 3, and ran 2. Because they're both positive, I went up and right. Now I can take and draw a line between those 2 points. Let me adjust that. There you go. There's my line. It is a continuous line, so it's very important that it has the arrows on both sides. Okay? Let's try this one. We have to draw a line from 2, 5 with a slope of -5/4. -5/4. When it's a negative like this, let me change this. A -5/4, that negative sign can be put with either one, it doesn't matter. So let's find our first point, which is at 2, 5. So I'm going to start at origin, I'm going to go right to 2, and then 5 is positive, so I'm going to go up 5, 5, and put my point. There's 2, 5. Then I have a slope of -5/4, so I can choose to go up 5, and left 4, or I can go down 5 and right 4. Depends on if I'm doing -5 over +4 or +5 over -4. They are both equal to this. I happen to like to put the negative with the top one, so I'm going to go down 5. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to go right, because it's +4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to place my second point here. What I could also do is go ahead and plot this other point. And that way I would have 3. So I could have +5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And left 4 for -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that way when I connect my lines, it should go through all 3 points. Okay. So the first thing you do is plot your point. The next thing you do is use your slope. Pick out your rise and run. Count, find the next point, and if you'd like, you can go ahead and find the second point on the line, and then draw your line through them. The line should have have an arrow on both ends. If you have any questions, please make sure you speak with your teacher.